I love dinosaurs. There's always something nice about learning about ancient species from a million years ago that once existed. Big hairy elephants, big sharks, fish, bugs, and hairy cavemen. When I was a kid, I was the biggest dinosaur nerd. So when it comes to movies, there is no movie that I love more than Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
What can be said about this movie that hasn't already been said? The film has an amazing cast of characters, groundbreaking special effects, awesome set pieces, a great story, Spielberg in his prime, and of course, dinosaurs. But unfortunately, there is too many of these goddamn movies. These 6 movies fascinate me. Each of them find new ways to be the worst one that came before, at least for the sequels. I want to go on a hero's journey with you guys. I cannot review all these movies in the same video. I want to dedicate one video at a time and understand why the things turned the way they did. For the good, the bad, and the oh so ugly. Can't wait to talk about you, Fallen Kingdom.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Okay, everyone knows that this movie is excellent. So let's save everyone's time and talk about how this movie was made. In the year of 1990, author Michael Crichton published his book called none other than Jurassic Park. Spielberg, being good friends with Crichton, wanted to be the first person to read the book. Crichton was like, sure, but only if you direct the movie. And Spielberg was like, okay, sure.
I made a fool of myself. I fell all over myself to make this movie in front of Michael. Doing everything but getting down on my knees and begging him, because I loved the idea of, DNA and dinosaurs in many combinations. I look at King Kong and I say, well, that is the state of the art. 1933 was the state of the art. In between 1933 and today, there have not been any real advancements in special effects photography where you have to create a creature that doesn't really exist anymore.
When reading the book, he realized they weren't dealing with monsters, but instead dealing with animals that were misunderstood. 2 years later, Spielberg started and ended shooting the film. Originally, the dinosaurs were supposed to be stop motion like the original King Kong, but decided to go with practical effects and the newly introduced CGI being first used in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, to make the dinosaurs look more real, like watching a National Geographic special. While making Jurassic Park, he was also filming another classic, Schindler's List, which is also a fantastic film. It's still mind-blowing to this day that Steven Spielberg made both these movies in the same year. Wow, good for him. Anyways, the movie released 2 weeks after Super Mario Bros. And stomped all over it. Of course, the film made history, becoming the #1 movie of all time. Until James Cameron said, fuck you, I can make $2 billion, and this time's gonna be about a boat.
No. Wait. Wait.
Alright, enough of the backstory. Let's see what happens in this clever girl.
Clever girl.
The film starts with the zookeepers delivering the giant turkey into her home. The turkey kills one of them, and now Jurassic Park is facing a lawsuit.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Great way to open the film with. We meet Saul Goodman at one of the dig sites for some dino DNA. We cut to Alan Grant and Alice Tyler looking at the newly dig up raptor skeleton. Alan stars a kid.
Or maybe across the belly, spilling your intestine. Fact.
Okay.
And then John Hammond arrives.
What the hell do you think you're doing in here? Hey, we were saving that!
He tells our characters that there is an island that has real-life dinosaurs and needs some outside opinions.
I own an island off the coast of Costa Rica.
Is that they insist on outside opinions.
What kind of park is this?
It's right up your alley.
We cut to Dotson meeting up with Al.
No! His arm! Where's his arm?
The bottom screw's open.
Great! Oh, you God.
It's cool to compartmentalize inside.
Oh, that's great.
Don't get cheap on me, Dodson.
Oh my god,
Now on the helicopter, we get introduced to the best character in my opinion, Ian Malcolm. I love this fucking guy.
So you two, dig up dinosaurs?
Not just because he has the best lines, but also he has some game.
Dr. Sapper, I refuse to believe that you aren't familiar with the concept of attraction. The amount of blood distending your vessels, imperfections in the skin, microscopic, and never repeat and vastly affect the outcome. That
He's the first character to question John about bringing back dinosaurs and see how much of a mistake Jurassic Park really is.
will not be contained. Life breaks free, it expands to new territories, and it crashes through. Well, there it is. There it is.
We have a ride to Eastern Nubar, and with John Williams' fantastic theme. John Williams is a fucking legend. From Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Jaws, Jurassic Park, you name it. This guy makes gold. Well, I mean, not everything.
That's fine now!
Besides that point, this guy makes gold, and Jurassic Park's no different. The score brings so much awe and wonder to the film. Even when there are scenes without dinosaurs and it's just for looking at the island and seeing characters talking, makes the film so much more wonderful. I love it. I like to mention when they are arriving to the park, every character puts on their seatbelt, but Alan has 2 seatbelts that have 2 holes. John makes it a great metaphor later in the film. We go to the first scene of the characters and the audience seeing the Brachiosaurus for the very first time. While some of the day shots don't look as good as they did at night or scenes with the animatronics, it is still unbelievable that they nailed the CG in 1993, and still better than most movies in this very day. Let's be honest here.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Moving in herds. They do move in herds.
How'd you do this? I'll show you.
We found out how the dinos were made, until they retconned it.
Well, because all the animals in Jurassic Park are female.
Life, finds a way.
Let's put that on hold for now. We go to the raptor paddock after Alan finds out that InGen is breeding raptors.
We bred raptors.
In one of the best scenes in the film, we get to see all the characters' perspective about Jurassic Park and dinosaurs coming to life. Ian is introduced to John's grandchildren, Tim and Lex.
Grandpa! Kids!
Alan hates children.
They sure don't look like birds to me.
Listen,
Tim,
Tim, which car were you planning on?
everyone you are.
She said I should ride with you because it'd be good for you.
We get into the jungle explorers and see no dinosaurs. You probably didn't realize that this movie really likes to take its time to introduce you to the characters before showing you the dino action. At points I forget that there's even dinosaurs in this dinosaur movie. I'm just so into these characters and seeing their ideals clash with each other. We then see a sick Triceratops in the actual best line in the film.
That is one big pile of shit.
Ellie decides to stay with the sick Triceratops and the zookeeper, while the others go back to the jeeps. And we never see this character again. Yes, I mean it, we actually don't see him again. We know that he didn't get on the boats on time, so in my interpretation, he's canonically dead. Fun fact, you know this movie was filmed during a hurricane? Not joking, it was.
Hurricane Iniki, the Category 4 beast, tears the film set to shreds and transports the island of Kauai back to the Stone Age.
Alright, maybe that wasn't much of a fun fact, but a fact nonetheless. We found out that Dennis shuts down the power of the park so he can steal some gold doubloons.
Look, doubloons! Don't drop them.
I mean DNA so he can make a break to the boats. We also find out that the jeeps stop at the Tyrannosaurus paddock. And with that, my favorite scene in all the franchise happens.
Where's the goat?
The T-Rex is the most famous dinosaur of all time, and for most people's favorite dinosaur, including me. So when we finally see the Rex in her full glory, it was beautiful.
Keep absolutely still. This vision's based on movement.
I just love how the T-Rex is portrayed in this movie. It's like an animal that doesn't know how to interact with the world outside of her enclosure. I like we start the scene with seeing the characters where they're at. Alan just came back from talking to Gennaro, and the first thing that Ian thinks of is the kids. Alan obviously doesn't really care because you know what. Tim is playing with the night vision goggles, and then we start hearing footsteps. Fun fact, did you know this scene took some inspiration from the original Godzilla? Especially the build up to the monster.
Where's the goat?
Then we found out that the T-Rex ate the goat, escapes, and now it's on the loose. The T-Rex scares Saul Goodman and the kids are under attack. Probably should have stayed in the Jeep with the kids, huh Gennaro? Oh well, can win them all. Anyways, Alan saves the kids. Ian almost dies. Saul Goodman gets eaten. Alan saves Lex. It was going to save Tim until the Rex came back.
Game over, yeah!
Dennis gets stuck and dies from the Dilophosaurs. Ellie and Robert Muldoon goes to the T-Rex enclosure to search for Ellen and the rest. Thankfully, they managed to find a very conscious Ian.
Can we chance moving him?
Please, chances.
Chase scene happens and they escape.
Go, let's go, hey!
Hey y'all, Scott here, and this is bad, real bad!
Alan, Tim, and Lex climb a tree. They see some brachiosauruses in the distance. Alan being racist.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit!
Now we get the bonding scene between Alan and the grandchildren.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
I don't know. What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Do you think he saw us?
Alan, what if the dinosaurs come back while we're all asleep?
Well, I'll stay awake all night.
We cut back to the compound with John and Ellie. John trying to salvage Jurassic Park. Ellie says otherwise.
Never had control, that's the illusion. But I made a mistake too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now.
One of the brachiosauruses comes where they were sleeping and sneezes all over Lex.
God bless you!
Oh god, I'll vomit. I'm not kidding, I'll throw up on it.
We cut to Alan and the grandchildren walking back to the compound center before seeing some dinosaur eggs. Remember near the beginning of the film, the scientists had said that all the dinosaurs were female and they can't breed, and Ian claps back saying,
No, I'm simply saying that life, finds a way.
Well, this scene proves Ian right.
Malcolm was right. Look. Life found a way.
You should have made them all dudes. We cut to this sexy hunk and the rest to get the power back on. They shut down the systems for a few minutes and it worked.
It's okay. Look, see that? It's on. It worked. 3 minutes.
So they lead him to go do it on his own with no backup. We cut to Alan and the grandchildren seeing a herd of Gallimimuses running towards them. They hide underneath the log before the T-Rex comes and eats one of the Gallimimuses.
For you! Brace! Brace! Oh, shit! Oh, I'm on camera! Oh! Thanks. Oh, squeeze! You,
Okay.
Oh, my gosh, I'm on camera.
Keep blowing and follow me.
No! I literally just
Ellie and the rest start to panic because they let the only tech guy to go outside where there's dinosaurs out there. So Ellie and Robert decide to go out to the circuit breaker after some sexism from John.
It ought to be me really going.
Why?
Well, I'm in your
When I get back.
John!
They go outside and see, oh god damn it! Well, ain't the T-Rex bad enough, now the raptors are loose. Robert tells Ellie to make a break to the breakers, no pun intended, while he goes hunting down for the raptors. Ellie starts turning the power back on, right when Ellie and the grandchildren are climbing the fence.
That's not funny. That was great.
Nobody's laughing!
Tim gets fried. Ellie gets attacked.
Hammond, I think we're back in business.
Fellas, I am so horny!
In case some people didn't know, the dinosaurs are not realistic in the slightest. The real-life velociraptors are way smaller than the Jurassic Park versions. This also goes for the same with Dilophosaurs, with the whole spitting venom thing. Mr. Arnold is dead, and Ellie escapes. Robert Muldoon tries to hunt down the raptor. Keyword being try.
Oh shit, it's a white guy!
Alan saves Tim and they come back to the compound. So now we're here at our climax. Alan leaves the compound so he can go find Ellie. Tim and Lex are eating a great meal until a raptor rudely interrupts them and now they have to go hiding.
Are you sure about that?
Which brings us to the kitchen scene. The raptors are a bunch of dumb fucks and get outsmarted by kids.
Stupid son of a bitch! You stupid dog! This is why they don't put you in any of the games anymore. Because of shit like this. You come on and do shit like this. Idiot.
Legends. Lex gets the power back on.
We have technology.
Yes!
And Tim does nothing to help anyone. Goddamn Tim, we should have let you die. The phones are back on, the Velociraptor breaks the glass.
Gonna come through the glass!
They go into the vents to hide from the gamer raptor.
Do you play any video games? Maybe Overwatch? League of Legends?
Nope, because that's for low IQ peasants.
You look like someone who would play League of Legends. You look like a Genshin Impact enjoyer. Have you ever played that?
No. What does someone look like that plays video games like?
Well, those games, you.
The raptor attacks them and fails. They get to the entrance of the compound. Then the other raptor shows up. It jumps on the skeleton. The Brachiosaurus skeleton breaks and falls everywhere. Our characters are cornered with nowhere to go. Just before the raptors attack, we get our last scene with the T-Rex killing the Velociraptors.
Gotcha, bitch!
The day has been saved. The only one lost was the goat, I guess. They get off the island. John sits there all sad and stuff. Alan learns to like kids and wants some with Ellie. Until Ellie decides to fuck another man 2 movies later. Despite how iconic this movie is and how much I love it, I do have to admit that this movie has some problems. There are lots of continuity issues that everyone and their mom has already pointed out. This is very much a continuous thing in Spielberg's filmography, and the problems get more emphasized in the sequels.
Able to hide from the most advanced military technology. What the fuck?
But unlike the sequels, the problems are more like something that you notice after multiple viewings than actual problems that hurt the experience. I still love the film after all, and still consider it one of my favorite movies of all time. I know this video wasn't that in-depth into the film, but I have 5 movies left to go through. So yeah, give it a watch, if you are one of the 2 people that didn't.